Right, we should be live. Everything should be working okay. There's no audio from what I understand, but I'll turn it up in a bit. Oh, it's hot today. I've got the big boy. Sorry for that. Needed some juice. I'm going to pop my earbud in. Earbuggery. And we'll fire up. Oh, early today, which makes a change, so we should be able to get through them thick and fast. I'm giving it an extra 20 minutes because they are all pretty much my sort of games, which means I'll probably have a blast and we'll probably play them longer than we should actually play them. Awesome. Okay, so we've got the Triple Trouble. I'll go through and do an intro and then we'll shout out the first game, which is the Blood Reaver. And then I've got a side-scrolling platformer, I believe by Square Enix. And finally, we've got a game that's like an open world exploration game, like an MMO, but with RPG instead of MMO elements. So we should have a good one. So sit back, get yourself a drink, get yourself some snacks, and let's jump in. Right, guys, thank you for joining me today. Today we are out here with a Triple Trouble. I've got 3 games for you, all brand new, all hot off the press, and all ready for reviews. Now we're going to pick them apart. We're going to tell you what's good, what's bad. We're going to see which ones are the funnest and see which ones are, which ones I can recommend to you guys to stick in your wish list or, even go and purchase. I'm looking forward to this one. They all are bangers. They all look great. They all look like our kind of thing. So I'm excited for this one. Blood Reaver is our first one. Then we're doing the Paradox. I think it's called the Paradox. Let me just double check the names of these. Yeah. So Darwin's Paradox. And then third and final, we are doing Valorborn, which is a MMO style game, but with RPG elements. So stick around for that one because that's going to be my main game today. We're going to give these first 2 about an hour or so, depending on how addictive they are and how much I get into them. Right, here we go. Let's pause that a minute. Right, so let's just kick off the live or the Triple Trouble with Blood Reaver. First out the gate. Let's go. So Blood Reaver is a dark fantasy round-based FPS. Become the Blood Reaver in solo or multiplayer with 4 players, or up to 4 players. You can co-op this one as well. Harness the forbidden magic and weaponry to shoot, blast, slice your way through endless hordes of demons. Upgrade your arsenal to survive long enough to discover the ancient secrets of the gods of hell. Okay, that's a great write-up. I like that. It kind of gets you hyped. So very positive reviews out the gate, and it's by Hellbite Studios, which I believe to be their first game. I'm just going to double check. Yes, it is. And cool. There's a demo available right now, so don't take my word for it. You can go check this one out for yourself. Here we go. So the features boast single-player online co-op, Steam achievements, Steam leaderboards, controller support across the board, play PS5 and Xbox covered, and it is of course compatible with the deck and Linux, which is great. I can confirm this works on Linux. I've tried this one myself, just fired it up to this screen and made sure that it's ticking over. Let's have a look. So it's 16 gig RAM, Ryzen 5, and I'm gonna guess it's a 1080. Yep, 1080, there it is. So that's what we're dealing with today. I hope you look forward to this one as much as I do. Let's just jump into Blood Reaver. So it's looking good, right? So it's first person shooter and we pretty much know what to expect with that. We've got solo, private game with friends, and public game, die with strangers. Let's just go solo today and check it out. I quite like the atmosphere. The atmosphere is nice. Again, if you want the game louder once we start shooting, let me know. It seems like it's legitly okay. So we've got map selection. What have we got? So we've only got the final stand available. I don't know if that's because we haven't unlocked them yet, but it does seem to be. We've got leaderboard for that as well. Danny 333 has the highest score right now. Yeah, the final stand seems to be the only map we've got. We've also got infusion, which is a feature that's coming soon. We have loadout, of course. Let's check this. So we've got our lethal, which looks to be a firebomb. Absolutely perfect. And then we've got our primary. Okay, which is primary ability. So I think we can move quick with that one. And this one slows time. Okay, that looks awesome. The talisman's coming soon. The infusion's coming soon. Yeah, so the utilities look pretty good. So you've got one offensive, one defensive. I guess slowing time is defensive. Obviously, it's offensive because you can do kills during that time. Infusion's coming soon. Talisman's coming soon. And there's a nice little brief description of each one there. And then we've got your basic settings and start match. So not very much to look at there, but enough. Oh, I think I'm a little bit off tilter with the camera, but I'll leave it. Woo, that's it, we're in. There is like a very eerie noise in the background of like a fire, you know, crackling. So I'm curious as to what the actual sounds of the game are going to be like, whether it's heavy rock music or just ambience. Boom, we're in. Right, I'm going to pop a shot. I could probably have that a bit louder. Not as loud as I thought it was going to be. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so round one, it looks like we can purchase stuff from here. It costs 500 a time. I've only got one lot of 500, so we'll probably wait that one out. Popped a few shots. Very nice. We have auto fire. No, single press per fire. Now it is controller support, of course. So I might even switch to the controller for a second game. Ooh, okay, they're already on us. They're already on us. This gun is very weak when you start out. Big boom damage. Here we go. I'm definitely going to need an upgrade straight away because that gun is put. That handgun needs a little bit of a rank up, I think. We rebirth at another 500 there. That was cool. Okay, so I think that's like an extra life. We now have the crossbow. $750 to clear the debris, so that opens up the map. I'm assuming this is quite a big map, being that they've only got the one. Oh, that jeez, that offloaded its shells or arrows pretty quick. Nice. Yeah, this gun's way better. Arrows to your face, big disgrace. Go. We've got exploding barrels laying around as well that I'm saving. So if we do this again, does it just give us an... Oh, it's just for ammo. Okay, so 60 shots left. You'd think this one at least would have unlimited ammo, being that it's so weak. The gun sounds are really piddly as well for a game that is like, you know, demons and stuff. The gun sounds are really put. This one's fine because obviously it's... I'm assuming arrows. It might not even be arrows. I think it is though. It looks like a crossbow. It feels like a crossbow. Some sort of bolt at least. Oh, I got myself a bucket of chicken. Barricade. Okay, it doesn't tell us what it does. So that's about as useful to me as any other information the game's decided to offer so far, which is little to none. Headshot. So they pop nice. Again, the sound effects are a little bit lackluster. It's kind of quiet. I'm not really vibing with the chill nature of it. It doesn't feel like a chill game. It feels like a Doom or a what else am I thinking of? It was a I think it was like a Black. Was it Black? I can't remember the name of it. It was like a game like this that kind of ripped off Doom. I can never remember the name of it off the top of my head because nobody plays it. Okay, what's this one? Okay, we've got an upgraded handgun. So the upgraded handgun we just purchased is a revolver with like, I don't know, it looks like a Colt mixed with, that's all sorts of different parts. Okay, we're down. I don't know how we get back up. Yeah, it's still put. Oh, they come on you so quick. Find a gap. Let's find a gap. Yeah, I'm not a lover of that at all. But the handguns both suck so far, and it's taken my crossbow away. So I'm not overly happy with that. Okay, so we've got no way to regain health by the looks of it. Unless E does it. Oh, that's firebomb. G is like a stab. I'm assuming that is our health then. I don't know. We'll have to see what's going on. It's a bit strange to me. Trying to get my chat standing up. Hopefully I don't fall down when I'm playing. Okay, so we're on round 5 right now, and the game has changed very little. Very samey. Okay, so that gets that one back, but we don't keep the other one. Like, what? You don't want, nobody wants to keep this gun. Do you know what I mean? It takes about 12 shots to take anyone down. This gun's great. Okay, the other thing I'm noticing is the ability to take a month of Sundays to recharge, which really sucks. This game better have upgrades for your character, because starting us off this week with this poor of an arsenal, the game feels whack already. Like, it's just hiddly. Like, everything feels lightweight, nothing has any power to it. It doesn't feel cool to fire these weapons. That wasn't an exploding barrel, even though it looked like one, and had a picture of flames on the side. What in the world? It is a great area to get them to bottleneck, because the AI is not that clever. We might do that again. Okay, so we're just going to keep refilling our ammo, because this gun seems to be for the win. There you go, 92 a recharge. We've got 3 grand right now. We can open up the next portal area. What in the world was that? Okay, that didn't even stop time. What? Oh, they have to go into the circle. And then they can still move. Okay, that is the shittest ability. What are the devs thinking with this one? It's whack. Like, the whole game just is unbalanced and shit. It feels awful. Ah, round 2. The final stand is the only... There's no, like, difficulty setting either, is there? Right, I would put some pumping music into this game and actually make it good. Do you know what I mean? Put good music in here that builds tension, builds like the hype, and then I would re-sound effect everything in this game: the bullets, the gunshots, the squibs when it hits the characters or AI. Yeah, when it hits the AI, like nothing in this game has any impact whatsoever. It's very lightweight. Everything feels tingy. It's like, again, who playtested this shit, if anyone? I'm buying this gun straight away because we know it's good. And it's going to hold us down for at least the first 10 matches. Mechanically, it's pretty sound. Like where I aim is where my bolts go. I feel in control of my weapons. That's a cool thing, but you don't really sort of, even until stage 5, you're not really moving around like you do in Doom and like deciding where to position yourself. The map is so linear and so small. It's essentially a big circle with a cross in the middle. That's essentially what it is. Like a steering wheel with a cross in the middle. It's not really. It's just unimaginative, you know. You're just running around in a circle again, bottlenecking them in the tight corridors down here is the best way. So I'm going to easily get level 4 from down here. I can't really say too much positive about it other than it looks okay. The visuals are not too bad. I think the design on the enemies is whack. And I got downed in my first go there, so I don't even know what happened there. I'll just get one-shotted. Okay, I think this. Right, we need this. So once you're down, you get back up. The first match, we're going to have to just bear with this crusty gun. That was a waste. Because the button's right next to D. It's too many shots. For, you know, even for the beginning of the game, these things are tougher than the bullets you fire. And if you look at them, they're actually really skinny. So the fact that they're pretty much falling apart anyway, you know, all their bones are sticking out of their body, they'd be quite mushy. So to shoot this many shots into them just feels wrong. It feels, you know, like the gun is just weak as piss. Again, if I buy this one, and then hopefully it doesn't, because I don't know why they keep like really pushing this gun, you know, unless it's a case of what you're holding. So maybe I have to hold this one to buy the other one. I'm not really sure what we did last time. This gun will do this. It does sound a bit better. It's still not loud enough. It needs a lot of bass to it. And this game is on 100% sound as well, you know, like it's turned right up. I'd say the bonus to this gun is headshots. That seems to work well. Don't know if it works as well with this one. Yeah, I mean, I must have hit him in the head there a couple times. For him to go down in one crotch shot, I would imagine we hit him in the head a couple times. But yeah, that gun's just not good. Right, let's try. I think I switched it like this last time. And it just keeps that one. Meh. You can't buy more than one extra life, which again is not great. How much was this to move? 750, there you go. That was a cool way of getting rid of it. Restock, so that gave us full ammo. Sweet. My favourite bit about the game is the accuracy. Where I point and shoot is where the bullets go. If I miss, that is definitely down to me. Guns do not have much recoil or feel like they're not accurate. So, I mean, it's definitely running at 120 frames right now. Again, visually, it's pretty good. I just think it needs a lot more work. It's just not a full game to me. It's almost like a tech demo, right? It's not finished. Sound effects are not put in. The overall gameplay needs improvements. Like, I would say these guys need a lot more body parts falling off, a lot more gore and guts. just feels a bit too, I don't know what the word is I'm going for. Too Unreal Tournament 24, was it 2024? Shit, hang on. 2014. It was like Unreal Tournament 2014. Which again was a really solid game that did feel like where you pointed in the shot, that was where it went. Down, down. Even the grenades feel like there's no impact. The time stopper sucks because of the radius that it uses. When your special moves are not special, you know you fucked your game up. There is nothing special or exciting about this game whatsoever. And I've been as kind to it as I can, you know, visually, and the aim works. I mean, but that's the bare bones of a game you'd want. You know, that's what, look how weak that is. That's so weak, it doesn't even blow me back. It doesn't do any environmental destruction. It's just like throwing a fart into wind. It doesn't really do anything. It feels pointless like everything else in this game. And I'm trying not to be too harsh on it because obviously it's a working game, you know, at a cheap price. But what you're getting is not very much, and there's other games that do it way better for cheaper. And I will, you know, give a top shout out to some of these in a minute. Ooh, okay, you're coming in. Yeah. I'm done. After 3 games and a bit, I would say I'm done. I'm done because there is nothing to see here. Right. That was a nice easy one. Let's bring up Steam real quick. Da, da, da. Right, so this is a $12 game, which means in a sale you're probably looking at like $5 to $6. If it was sale price, I would give it its dues. You know, it's a $5 game. What do you expect? But it's not. It's a $10 game. And for $10 right now, I'm going to tell you some of the first FPSs that are available right now. On sale, we have... Rip Out, which was a really, really good game that... Hang on, let me see who that's by again. Yeah, so Rip Out was by 3D Realms, and 3D Realms, I think, are responsible for the Duke Nukem original first-person shooter. So you've got that pedigree making games for that price. So you're talking $10 or below, right? You've got Outlawed, a very niche game, but by a talented small group, and it's a pretty fun game, and I can't really fault that game too much. Outlawed. What else have we got going? I mean, Puppet House is technically a first-person shooter, but without too many guns. That's a horror exploration game, and that is under $10 as well, and looks like real Class A visuals on that one. Forgive Me Father 2, which is one of the funnest first-person shooter games I have ever played in the last, what, 10 years? It's a 2D mad game, and it's under $10. So you can't tell me that the game warrants its price at $10 when it plays like that, sounds like that. I mean, visually it's okay, but the bad guys suck. Like, there's no depth to them whatsoever. They're just like cardboard cutout men coming at you. If you didn't animate them, it probably wouldn't make much difference to the gameplay because they don't have any body parts that fly off, any puncture wounds. They don't even react to being shot, really. They just sort of come towards you and go back a bit and then come back at you. It doesn't really feel like there's much programming going on here. It's probably just some sort of engine they're using that they've just dropped a load of assets they created in. I don't really dislike the game, but there is nothing to like about the game. I think overall it just is one of those very meh titles that don't really do anything to push the genre forward or help itself. But it is their first game, and they probably are a small team, so I'm going to give them credit where credit's due. We base our scores on the 5 golden rules, which are visuals, sound effects, playability, glitches and bugs, and was it fun? I can only award this game 2 out of 5. It has okay visuals, not good visuals, okay visuals, so I'm being very generous. The sound effects are crust. The playability is okay, so that's where it gets its second point from. I see no glitches or bugs. To be honest, the game runs pretty smooth and hits its frame rates, so I would say that it's actually optimized pretty well for what it is, but it's just not replayable and it's just not fun. So taking that on board, I can only give it a 2 out of 5. So thank you for the devs sending out a game code. Hopefully with a few updates and a few pushes in the right direction, the game can get up to scratch. They do have a roadmap, which I'm now just going to swing by and check out. Let's have a little look at the roadmap here. And I'll give you some of the key points, what they're working towards. Okay, the early, it doesn't say. It just says the early access roadmap is here. Okay, Q3, Q4. So they're planning to do updates for this game until 2027, end of. So we're talking Q3 2027. Now, that's a bold undertaking. It says it's final updates. So this is what you've got to look forward to in, what, a year and a bit's time? Or no, just under a year. So just under a year's time. They're doing ability upgrades, match augments, new map. So it's taken them a year to make a map and 2 new enemy types in a year's time. So that kind of gives you the impression that they are either one-man band or they just have no clue as to, like, fixing the game's more important. Getting the game fun on a base is more important than keep throwing shit at it. You can keep piling shit as much as you want, but it's still going to smell like it. It's still going to play like it. So you need to get your base right before you start getting big hopes and dreams. So I would say that the company needs to, like, skim their ideas right down, go back to drawing board, go back to formula and start again, because it just doesn't work. And I don't think it's going to do very well, and I don't think it's going to sell very well. And that, nothing I'm going to say is going to change that. It is what it is, and it's a very meh game in a very oversaturated genre. So unfortunately, it's just a no from me. I can't recommend it. I wouldn't buy it. I wouldn't ever play it again. It's just one. It just is. It just exists now, right? So hopefully it doesn't disappear from the listings and they do follow up for a couple of years. I just don't see how they're going to make money for that couple of years to fund their work. So I reckon they'll probably chop ship and start the new project way before the end of next year. But that's just, you know, foresight. Maybe they're really keen on this game. I don't know. But thank you for joining me today. Your time's very valuable. Thank you for spending it with me, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out. Bye-bye. Okay, that one was done nice and easy, boys. That's a shame. That's a shame, because I thought that game on paper, again, visually looked okay in the screenshots. I thought we had more there. There's just nothing. Okay, so we're on Darwin's Paradox next. Quick and fast. Here we go. And then we've got the final one, which is Valor. We'll check that out last. This one's definitely a controller because it's a 2.5D side scrolling thing. It's proper weird, but it looks weird enough to be awesome. Okay, cool. I don't know if this is a TV show or something somewhere as well, because it looks like it. And the fact that it's got Konami behind it. I said Square Enix earlier, so I will have to apologise for that. I got the wrong company. Oh, you need a picture. Or I sit here, start getting me water on. What am I like? Here we go. Okay, we're good. I find it funny how all these games use shaders now, where that used to just be an emulator thing. It used to be something that you'd have to run to catch your game prior to playing it. Wonder if that's where they got that from. Wonder if their technique of making games run smoother now includes the shader catch. Okay, good. This one will probably turn down a bit, I'm not sure. Okay, let's get the controller rolling. Should just pop in. Lovely. Pre-order. Okay, so small token of archives, access to 2 exclusive cosmetic skins. Oh, nice. So we've got a few extra skins thrown in. Turn the vibrate off for a minute, and the graphics onto full screen. Drop it to 60. Oh no, we don't want do we want upscaling? It might be okay. I've never tried it in a side scroller. Go native AA and see what happens. The fact we've got advanced probably means we don't need it. We'll probably just kill that. Everything's set to high, so that's what we're going to roll it on and see how we get on. Should be fine. Gameplay. Audio, just what we want. There's voices in this. We're going to have a talking squid. There, dudes. Skins. Here we go. We'll check those out in a minute. Oh. Right, guys. Thank you for joining me today. Hang on. Let me do stop my record because I want to cut these up. I didn't cut yesterday's up, which makes it harder for me to figure out where they are. There we go. Here we go. Right, guys. Thank you for joining me today. We are checking out Darwin's Paradox. I want to thank the guys at Konami for sending this one out, or Konami, depending on how you want to pronounce it. It's their latest 2D side-scrolling, well, not 2D, it's their latest side-scrolling platformer in a 2.5D gorgeous environment with a squid guy as your main character, which is probably weird enough to be actually genius. I'm really looking forward to this one. I hope you do too as well. I hope you enjoyed the video, and let's just jump into it. Oh, fumbling my words today, boys. Camera's off-putting because it's not in the right position and it's bugged me all day. My ADD's going mad. Right, jumping in, we've got 2 extra skins, and you get this if you do the pre-order. So if you pre-order the game right now, you're going to grab a couple of extra skins. So you get a red one, you get a multicolored one, and you get the blue one. I quite like the blue one as is, because that's how you guys are going to be playing as it. But, you know, we'll go with the psyched version instead. Here we go. Well, I know nothing about this game, so I'm going to go and hit up Steam and get a little heads up on this one. Right, so it says step into a cinematic adventure as Darwin, a brilliant octopus trapped in a mysterious industrial world. Use his unique abilities, swimming, wall climbing. Why is he talking over me? Shut up. Swimming, wall climbing, shooting ink for camouflage. Or is that separate? Shooting ink and camouflage. They left out the and. To overcome traps and escape. Now, that's 300 very positive reviews already. It's a $20 game, so roughly what you would expect it to be by a pedigree of Konami. And single player only, Steam achievements, controller support across the board, works on Linux, works on the deck, works on your mum's potato. It requires no more than a quad-core processor, 8GB RAM, and a 2060. But if you want to run it maxed out, I'm going to say 16GB RAM and a 3060. That's probably where you're sort of aiming at.
Ocean Wonders.
We're not skip.
Hello, fellow humans. Today I'd like to tell you about a delicious sea creature.
There's no
The
skip.
octopus.
I've got to listen to this.
Octopi belong to the cephalopod family. Their ancestors were shelled mollusks.
Why wouldn't you put a skip in this?
These creatures are incredibly brave and shockingly intelligent. Even Charles Darwin couldn't figure out why they seem to rival humans in smarts. Each arm
Is that
has
true?
its own
Do
nervous
they?
system, meaning
The squids and
octopuses can
octopus
multitask
rival
like
humans
pros.
in
With
intelligence?
their suction cup tentacles, they
I mean,
cling
some
to
humans,
surfaces and
100%.
solve
There is some
complex
out there that
puzzles.
that
They're
definitely
also
have the
camouflage
brain of a squid.
experts, blending in so perfectly they'd make a shy
Darwin's
wallflower
paradox,
jealous.
that's it.
When danger strikes,
That
they
emote
shoot
actually
escape
looks like
to
her,
cover
which is
their
great.
escape. Octopi are amazing. Some even think they're aliens, but that's silly. There's no such thing as aliens. We at UFood think the best thing about octopi is they taste great, which makes me excited.
It's like
to
an
introduce
Abe's Odyssey.
UFood's
Was it
newest
Abe?
product.
An Abe?
It's a creamy
Is it Odyssey the
octo
first
soup,
one?
and the secret ingredient is tentacles.
Yeah, Abe's Odyssey.
Your entire
That's what it looks
family
like.
will say yum, yum,
Was it like
yummy.
crab meat or something they had?
Tune in again to discover more ocean wonders.
It's not as eerie as Abe though. That's actually quite nice. So this is a game for all ranges, right? It goes everything from 6 years old all the way up to adults can enjoy this one. Okay, we've got a friend. We just inked ourselves. I can see some very strange sentences coming out whilst reviewing this one. Okay, so we are in. We've got parallax scrolling, which doesn't really count. I mean, parallax scrolling in a 3D environment isn't parallax scrolling, is it? Can we come? So we can't come forward and back. So you're sort of bound to the environment. I've gone all the way to the left because you're not supposed to. Trying to see where we can go. We have boost on A. That's nice. Ooh, that's pretty. Ah. A bird ate me. A frickin' bird ate me. Okay, we'll go right this time. I'll turn this up because I think it's going to be more about the ambience than it is a lot of talking. Here we go. It seems like it's got motion blur, but it could just be because we're underwater. I'm hoping that's not forced motion blur. I don't know if it's just me, but I find these like Unreal 5 games washed out. Even in this, like the colours don't pop as much as the traditional 3D graphics used to. Okay, we've got dash through there. Okay, get it. So you tap it with the right timing. Away you go. With skills on deck. There we go, we're through. You see what I mean? It's like, I'll go back to my previous point. It's like they don't quite hit the graphics anymore in Unreal 5. And everybody raves about them being so realistic and having all this fidelity. They kind of do, but then they kind of lose a lot of other bits that we used to have that was nice. That made it look like a video game, right? I don't think anybody ever wanted to play like a Pixar game, you know, like that looked like a Pixar movie. I think we all wanted the separation between the two. But it would love this. Yeah, it's retro. It's definitely, it's again, very, very well done. Like, I'm not finding an issue with the controls whatsoever. Everything they've taught me so far is pretty basic to sort of remember. The controls feel fluid and nice. I'm wondering if we mess with the settings, because it does bug me when it doesn't look good. Let's have a look. So we've got 60 frames. Have a look at the advanced. Alright, the aliasing's dropped for some reason. That must have been me. Textures are as high as they can be. Shadows, let's drop those. I'm trying to bump some of the colour up, you know. Visual effects, post-processing is the sharpness, reflections is water. We'll turn that down a bit. And then you've got view distance quality, which is far away, I guess. Yeah, see how that looks. That look a bit better? I'm not really sure. I think it does. Ooh. Okay, camouflaged as a rock. That was cool. We've got to do the same. B to camouflage. Okay, this is fun. This is a fun little game. Okay, this should be our final ability. I would imagine we've got about 4 of them, so we can now ink things. Travel through the ink. Ah, so you can travel through the path of the ink. It spreads out in water. That's really clever. The left trigger to aim. And then we're going to spray. You can see him down here waiting to eat me. Shoot the ink. And then that's like camouflage we can go through. I didn't spray it enough. Yeah, I didn't even see that one again. Okay. Okay, so go quite far, but only if you're at the other side of the screen with the icon. That's where we messed up here, because we didn't stretch the little dot as far as we could have. Okay, so tutorial done. 3 different special moves, and you've got speed up. That would be abducted by aliens. Yoink. Octopus in space. I told you this game was going to be mad. You can just tell if you're going to make a game called Darwin's Paradox and have a squid as the main character or an octopus, then you're going to have madness in this. I think. I call it again. I'll find it. It was an alien game we played. Can't for the life of me think of the title of it now. We were flying around in a spaceship just shooting humans. It was awesome, but I can't remember. I think it is Destroy All Humans. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it was. So I think like Destroy All Humans mixed with a bit of Echo the Dolphin. And then chuck in some like Pixar art over the top. And you've pretty much got this. This is well good though. Oh, we're in a barrel. This is the sort of stuff that makes games great. And now we've got a custom skin because we're after with the abduction. So watch out for them rats, boys. Oh, they didn't want us? Okay, we need to increase the shadows because the shadows look trash. This game could be worthy of a playthrough. Yeah, that's better. So they left us alone. We should have stayed gone. And as I was going to say, this is what makes games great. The fact that we've gone from one style of mechanics of movement into something completely different, i.e. piloting a plane or driving a car, or just to break up the monotonous, I can't say that word, monotonous actions of what you're doing. And a lot of arcade games back in the 90s, they had this like side-scrolling shoot 'em up, and then you jump into a car, a bit like Metal Slug, and you'd like jump into a car and you'd pilot that for a bit, you jump on a camel, you'd get into a plane, you go on a surfboard, you know. You had these different missions in between your general task, and it would break up the game, and you'd want to see more. You put more money in because you want to see more. And that's what this game's doing. It's given us something strange and different to what we would expect. So these squids swimming around, yeah, okay, it's octopus in water, whoop-de-doo. But like in now, we've got like muddy, are they tentacles? Muddy tentacles. Our heads bobbing up and down like a Fruit Loop as we're walking on dry land. You know, we're probably trying to get back to the water somewhere. And our missions now are to figure out what just happened, why it happened, and where we're going. A new factory coming to town, but they aren't hiring. Does life on other planets exist? There's a new factory called the UFO. So I now no longer can fire my squid juice, and we just have jump. Hold this for help. The box can be useful. No doubt. Oh, it wants me to get up on there. Okay, we've got physics. Here we go. How does that work? Oh, duh. Hang on. So we push the box to the other side. Stand on here. Ooh. And it balances out a bit. Just enough so we can jump up. That's pretty cool. So we've got physics-based mechanics and puzzles. So this message at the bottom, I'm going to get rid of. This is for sort of younger players. It'll actually give you hints and tips how to get through the game. Again, hand-holding is something that I would normally frown upon and dislike. But in this particular game, I feel like the help system is good for younger children. So I'm going to have to say that's probably a good idea they've got that. Okay, so it looks like we actually have to use the box twice in this puzzle to get past the second part. I like the visuals, you know. The mud is clumpy like little mini balls. And as you jump on stuff, it sort of falls off like rain. Oh, very well designed. Now Konami's not, this isn't the first time Konami's worked with us. We're actually covering the brand new remake of Metal Gear Solid 3. And that's not to be said that, like, you know, if they send me a game, I'm going to big it up. This is not being positively played because of that. I'm having a positive experience. This is a good game. And at $20, it's fair. Because in a sale, you're talking 15, maybe quid, maybe even a tenner. You know, this game at a tenner absolutely would kill it. So $20 is fair for a pre-release, pre-order release. There's no early access. The game's coming out fully flushed and finished. You know, there might be a glitch or a bug here and there that they'll patch later. But overall, the game is pretty solid on release. So you have no worries about, like, you know, having to do refunds, having the game shut down on you. It's a single player only experience. And I think this is where the future of games is. It is in the single player genres. You know, first person shooters but single player with a story, good voice acting, likable characters. Ooh, okay, so this one's tricky. This box I need up here, but we can't grab it. How do we get the box to here? Oh, there's another one. Yeah, I didn't see it under there. Sneaky. Okay, we'll put the food box there. We'll jump up on this. Yoink. Happy days. Now I'm just going to do a visual test here. You guys can see what's going on. I'm going to go into the settings. I'm going to put on DLSS and see if that improves the sharpness of the game, because I can't make the game any sharper myself using TAA. Sharpness, sharpness, sharpness. Where is it? There. Right, quality. First off, we'll try quality and then we'll do TAA. That's no better. And we'll try again. Native AA, okay. That's the best it can be. That doesn't look any better to me. And it's going to be physically worse when we're moving fast. So that's what DLSS does. It looks very bitty and horrible once you get moving. So no, the game can't look any nicer than this. And that's really weird, because the game feels like it should be way sharper than this, way more clarity. But what they're doing, they're blurring the background, and then you've got like forced motion blur when you move. You see there, like when he moves, he has that horrible sort of DLSS, DLSS motion blur anyway. I don't think they should do that. That makes the game look muddy and washed out, and I don't like when they do it. The color palette is already quite dull in this scene, and even underwater it didn't really pop. I need games to look like physically sharp again. We used to have very much sharp textures. The Xbox 360 and PS3 era had a lot of very dark shadows, which kind of held, hid and sort of distorted a lot of the game graphics from your vision, which then nowadays we can use an emulator and like brighten them up and then they look great again. But back then they only had hard shadows. Now we've got really soft shadows. Everything else has seemed to have gone soft, and then they throw motion blur over it, and now you don't end up with like really hard edges, you know, like this. It's called this octopus should have really sharp textures, really high fidelity. Think 4K in a 1080 box. So you're crushing 4K down to 1080, and it should have like about I think instead of 100%, it should have 125% sharpened textures. So then everything's just smooth but sharp. You don't seem to get it anymore, you know. A lot of games are going down the Unreal 5 route, and they don't really achieve that. But they do achieve these really cool motions. There's a lot that they can do with it, but you sacrifice other bits that, to me as a gamer, I miss sharp textures, high fidelity. And again, I'm going to be testing Metal Gear Solid 3 out to see if they've, you know, gone down this route, because the original Metal Gear Solid 3, pretty sharp. Oh. Okay, I've saved myself. Barely. I don't know how to get out of this. Get him to chase me over here. There is a food barrel up there. I'm not sure if we can get our hands on that. Okay, this one's a bit funky. Is that a bouncy thing? Oh, it's not a bouncer. I think we just push the box. I missed something. I must have missed something. And again, for a game that is designed for all ages, it has those tricky elements that are going to keep adults busy. Yeah, look, there's a little ledge here. Do the old left to righty, and off we go. Keeps them busy. Nice. So far, so good. I mean, I don't dislike anything about the game other than the colours look a bit washed out. And that's not really a big deal at $20. It's something very different, but very fun, but also in a familiar package. It's just a platformer, side-scrolling platformer with puzzle elements. I mean, it's, you know, it's Little Nightmares essentially. The visuals look like Little Nightmares, feels like Little Nightmares. It has a creepy element, although it's, you know, not that creepy where kids wouldn't be able to play it. It has eerie music and, you know, the fact that we're lost and it's like Finding Nemo but in dirt. It's like really, whoa! I'm just gonna stop talking because this game keeps throwing like curveballs at me that I need to be ready for. Okay, we've got to look out for the lunatic driver. We're good. We are good. Surrounded by rats. You can jump on that. Oh, we're too late. We're too late. That's great. I love the way he explodes. It shows you don't need blood and guts and gore and mayhem to have a fun time with games. Like I still go back and play, you know, your Mega Drive, SNES. You know, I'm a big retro fan. I'm always getting out handhelds to play retro, and I always shock myself at how good those games were, for the element of surprise and for the replayability. This game's going to have that. I'm going to want to replay this once I've gone through it. You know, give it a couple months. I'll go back to it and replay it again. Right, I say we go just before that thing touches down. Got close, it's got close, there it is. Ooh, I think I just made that. You're supposed to run off of it, but I kind of fumbled it. We did it anyway. I love the way the rats have got evil eyes. Oh man, there's like 100 of them coming at us. Whoa, look at that. Okay, that's where Unreal 5 just has absolutely gripped me down. You can't do that with old school graphic engines. In the greenery. Oh, they're all around us. This is genius. I don't know who sat around in the boardroom and come up with this idea and who greenlit this game, but I've got to see. Hang on. Let me see what's going on here. So we've got EDT Studios. Ah, but it's by a studio that is funded or published by Konami. So this isn't essentially Konami's like main office, main game department, but it is a branch of it. So this is their only game. I just looked it up. It's their only game, and the demo is the only other thing they're putting their name to, and they're called ZDT Studios. They have done a great job here. They are using something like, let's just say, let's pick an animal like a dog, and they are taking that dog through all different scenarios, all different backgrounds and objectives. Then it's throwing in like special abilities and different ways to change the dog to fit the environment. What they've done here in the radiation is give an illumination to our character that we can now only see because we have the illumination. And later on in the game, it'd be interesting to see if they like can optionally use things like this to navigate the environment, because it seems like they've got such a good idea here and they're just mad. Like, they're using things that I wouldn't even think of and you wouldn't think of, you know, like, this is not what a game company does nowadays. They are very safe, they don't take risks. And I would assume that this game has been built over a couple of years with a decent team and funded by Konami and published by Konami, and therefore like they're taking a risk. And I think we should support that risk. This game's good enough to say, like, even if you picked it up in a sale, you're still supporting the fact that people like this game. And I think it is worth liking. It's something that could definitely have a sequel. And as long as they don't fudge the sequel and make it as awesome as this, I think, you know, it could even be a franchise later on. It definitely has potential. If you can get kids wrapped into playing it, you know, maybe make a TV animation of it, an anime even, that would be really awesome. The silent anime. Imagine that, the silent anime. So it's just a squid going about his comedic scenarios. Each episode is a different sort of thing he has to get out of or solve. But he doesn't speak. He just has them like cute eyes that have different feelings portrayed through the eyes. This could be a thing. And you saw there it wore off, so we had to recharge it. So it does have lastability, which means it could actually be a problem later on when you're trying to negotiate a dark area and you run out of juice. You might have to, you know, figure out a quicker route or a better way of doing it to keep the lights on. So like there, I could have gone up and over, or I can come down and recharge. Assuming we have to open that gate, so we need to find a switch of some sort. Ooh. I don't think we can make that jump. I can. Yeah, I'm missing something because there's no switch, and if I go further back, we're going to get stuck. What am I missing? It looks like you have to go up and over and then drop into this one. Oh, you can go up there. Okay, I've got it. Instead of going down, you have to go up. You can't really see it because, like, you wouldn't naturally go up here. And I can go up this one as well. Now I'm running out of juice quick. I had no juice. That's a tricky little puzzle there. Ah, okay, so we put the wood down, then we can go underneath. See, that's bothering me because there was a whole other route we could have took along the top, and it was way more treacherous and way more. You'd have to be way more quicker to get through it. So I think that might have actually had something worth getting. Okay, let's get rid of this food up here. Okay, now I'm stuck. What was the purpose of that? Oh, I see. I went too far, so we've got to go back. Jump up there. Ooh, ooh. Yeah, not today, baby. Oh, I'm out of juice, though. Be careful we don't get eaten. They're coming for us. Run, little squid. Oh, there we go. We made it. No, we didn't. We're still in the danger zone. Ooh, push the grate. Then back through. Okay, nice. See the trick there? So you have to push the grate, come back through, get you charged up again, and then go back, which will be a quicker route than going all the way round. Ooh, the bastards. You've got to go up and over as well. They're quite smart. They've done padding without doing padding. It's like Metrovania, but like you can only go certain ways once you've unlocked doors and passageways. So you're kind of like having to backtrack, and it's not annoying. You know, backtracking's not troublesome. I quite like it. It's done really well. It's like, you know, they've played it and they're like, well, it didn't annoy me. I'm leaving it in. It works. I see a switch up there, so we're going to go up, down to go up. Or not. Or not. Oh. Let me just get back to the comments. I've got to refresh my chat. Squid juice. The only one I missed was someone saying squid juice. There is a lot of squid juice happening. Oh. Right, let's do this one again. It doesn't seem like this lasts long enough to get through there. So there must be another point we're missing that we can recharge. To make sure. Look, see how it's just like running out now? It doesn't let us through here. No way. Ah, this one's got me beat as well. Luckily, I'm on no time limit right now. We're doing very well, so we're covering games at the right pace. But I can just relax and try and figure this one out. I wonder if we have to go back up here. No, so there's no more recharge up here. Right, okay. It seems like there's a lot of drippage. There's a lot of like ways to drip your juice down the next level. So I wondered if like we can make a puddle, and then by the time we get round, maybe run to the puddle, get charged up. But I don't think that's how they want to do it either. Oh, I've just worked it out. You dirty. What it is, this is going to be so Pacific. Like, proper man brain. I'm going to do it in one shot, and I'm just going to let you, like, witness the nonsense that they've made me do here. We need a full charge, 100%. Right, let's go. It's still risky because you can still run out. He moved that with his big head. There you go, so now we get a full recharge on both, so that means we can go all the way round and make it to the secondary one without being bothered. Very cool game. Very cool game. The game's so cool, I had to say it twice. Squid for the win, that's what it is. There you go, move the barrel, unlock. Now that's going to go down to the bottom. We're going to have to go down there as well because we're going to run out of squid juice. Quick, 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 quick. I'm on it, bros, I'm on it. Straight through, recharge, looking good. What? This game's proper. This game's proper. That was pissed. I think I'm going to leave it there because I don't want to spoil too much. This game bangs like 100% for $20. It's a just full marks from me. It's a 4.5 out of 5. The reason I'm giving it that 0.5 is I believe the visuals are not sharp enough. It just doesn't have the color pop and all of the sharp visuals that I was hoping this game had. It's kind of murky, blurred out. It's that Unreal 5's, what's it called? Slop. That's what it is. It's the Unreal 5 slop engine that is running and powering this one. Unfortunately, that is today's standard. So most people are going to be using it. No one's going to listen to me. They're just going to keep churning them out. So for me, it's a win. I think it's probably a fair budget price game for them to develop to test the waters. But the talent that has gone into the storytelling, the mechanics, the puzzles, everything in this game just oozes that classic platformer from like the PS2, PS3 era. It's really great. It's available on console right now. The demo's available on PC. I'm sure the console most likely has a demo. Go check it out for yourself. Have a play around with it. See what you think. Let me know in the comments down below. And for me, it's just, you know, I can only recommend it at $20. It's worth $20 all day long. And if you want to go and grab it in a sale, then that's you. Do you, baby. But for me, it's just a win. I've had a great time with it today, and I'm definitely going to finish this one. I'm definitely going to finish it. So thank you for Konami for sending out the game code, and thank you for you guys spending some time with me reviewing this one. And if you take anything away from it, definitely leave a like on the video because that helps us get out there to more people who can see my review of Darwin's Paradox. Until next time, peace out, look after yourself, look after your ma, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. There you go, we're done, baby. Let's move on to the next one. That was great. They've done a really good job with that one. Absolutely amazing. Very impressed. Okay, so what's next? Again, it wasn't nothing new, but it's impressive what they're doing with it. Like, the team have the idea to, I mean, I would hand them Crash tomorrow and say, go, make me a decent Crash. Because Crash 4 didn't really hit the mark. Valorborn is the next one. This one says no controller, so it's weird though. I'm not sure about that. We'll just take it and say it's no controller. We'll unplug the juicy red controller for now. The reason I question it is because it very much looks like a game that should have controller. I suppose the gameplay style might represent something else. I'm going to pop another light on instead. If I'm not using one, I like to use the other one. Give you the best experience available. Right, so if it's mouse and keyboard, let me get comfortable. I like to sit on my leg when I play these games. That's why I don't play MMOs for 8 hours. Get your picture. If you made it this far through the live stream, I greatly appreciate it, bros. Right, I'm just going to whack through the settings real quick. Graphics, what are we running? E3D12, so that's DirectX 12, I think that's saying to me now. Borderless mode is on, which I don't like. We go for full screen, there we go. Frames per second limit, so we put that on and we rock it to 60. DLSS is auto. Do we have TAA? No. Do we have off? Ah, we do have off. Okay, that might be a thing. And then view distance. Why is this all epic? It should be high, surely. Post processing. Ooh, shadows look awful if you turn them off. We'll keep them on. Textures, bloom. How much bloom do we want? Game resolution's at 100. Okay, that looks pretty good there. I'm worried it's not going to run without DLSS, which is, you know, a common problem with modern games. But we'll see. Right. Getting for another one. Does this one need to be adjusted on the sound? Like there, maybe. Right, guys, thank you for joining me today. Today we're checking out Valorborn, which is a brand new medieval fantasy RPG. I've been looking forward to this one because it's an RPG and it's predominantly a single player. You can have a lot of storytelling and a lot of good graphics with not very fast gameplay, and you don't have to bog your system down worrying about pings and levels of how many, you know, who's got the worst ping in the group, and you don't have to sacrifice things like the game going broke and bust and shutting down and taking the game off of Steam. Now, most games nowadays don't do that, but there is a small market for games coming out, rinsing you of money, and then within 2-3 months they're gone. So you've got to be very careful with new releases, especially Unreal 5 engine releases and games that are marketing themselves as something great when they're not. Not that Valorborn is that. I just thought I'd mention it because this week has kind of miffed me a bit with a few games delisting themselves from Steam. Right. Right, jumping into the description. It says dive into a living medieval sandbox RPG where the world moves with or without you. Factions rise and fall. Become a thief, a hunter, or a sellsword. Become a thief, a hunter, or a sellsword. That can't be right. Surely that should be wizard or warlock or something. Sellsword. That's a new one on me. Survive alone or with a party. Shape your story in a full enterable world where every building, cave and road hides opportunity and danger. I'm not sure about that write-up. I'm not really, you know, I've got dyslexia, but that isn't me. That you can go check this out for yourself. I'll post it on the screen now. It fucking sucks. That write-up's awful. Okay, so we're changing words of things that probably don't make any sense. It's come out to mixed reviews. Again, with that write-up, I'm already on the fence right now. So it's 300 people do not know whether they like it or not. It's by Lapse Games and it's just hit the market. It's available for $20. $20 games, always good. I don't mind $20 games at all. It's single player only. So it says, but then it did say that it has with someone else. Hang on. Did it not say with a party? Yeah. Survive alone or with a party, but then the description on Steam says single player only. It's got family sharing, and there's no Steam Deck or Linux support, which is a very big no-no nowadays. Future-proofing your game is massive. Oh, it's 32 gig RAM. It's 32 gig RAM. 32 gig RAM. You know what this means? You better have about £2,000 worth of PC to run it. Jesus Christ. Why 32 gigs of RAM? It makes no sense, this game. It says 32 gigs with a Windows 10 on a 3.2 gigahertz quad core. That makes no fucking sense. A 3060 is the ultimate recommended settings. I don't know what we're doing. Let's just jump in and take a look at this one. It could be a complete catastrophe. It could be a mess, or it could be the greatest game I've ever played. Let's find out. Right. New game. So explorers. What's that then? Begin the game with 3 members in your party ready for exploration. So we're talking about AI, are we? Is this what we're talking about? Apparently it's not available yet. So it says go alone for your first playthrough. Okay. Okay. No. Dunstan the crackhead. What? What's going on? Okay. Character creation tools. I mean, it seems like we've got a lot of unnecessary character creation tools here. Skull height. Skull width. I'm going to make the biggest potato man. What happens if we just put all of these up? Fuck me. That's just the first part as well. That's so good with that. That is what my Dunstan is rocking. That's how he's looking, right? So you got skin type. Very strange skin types there. We've got skin tone. Okay. You've got from, that's not much of a skin tone change there. This is low, this is medium, this is high. So it's either just white or black, essentially. I didn't see any Asian, no Indian. Let's go with hair. Oh, he's got to be bald. Yes, my man. Okay, facial hairs. My God. I'm not going to lie. He looks like me in 20 years' time if I go bald. A little bit derpy, a little bit strange. Okay, height. Oh, we can make him super tall or super small. He's got to be super small. Go with hair colour. Oh, ginger. Yeah, there you go. He's ginger. He's lost. He hit the ugly tree on every branch on the way down. He is a very unfortunate man. Ginger beard. Hair colours. What does that mean? Is that a different type of, I don't know where that is. That's just on his little chin there, like little piece in the middle. You can have tattoos. This man would definitely not have tattoos. That is for dead cert. He is not even cool enough to walk in a tattoo shop. Okay, so then body type. So I'm just going to go up with all the sliders again because we've got to fill out the body like his face. I want him to at least match. Again, paying no attention to anything that's happening until I glance at it when I finish. There we go. Oh, he's got some buns. Man's got back, baby. Look at that. Okay, I'm done with him. We're gonna go and roll with him. There you go. Character creation tools. It's a certain type of character creation tools again that comes with this skill set that always doesn't disappoint, but never really gives you much options, even though it's got more options than most. You know, if you go back and play something like Skyrim, you get like the base options, or Fallout, you get some base options that actually change your appearance for the better each time. So you kind of like looking what fits your shoe. This character creation I've seen in other games, and it just begs the question why you need 50 different chin sliders, but yet your characters, no matter what you do, all look the same. Okay, so there we are, asleep, chilling. Okay, what do we do then? Morning 1. Selected him. That's a right click to wake him up. Ooh, okay. But the character creation doesn't matter too much because you can barely see him right now, and the fidelity of the game is very weak. Like, it's not a good looking game. It has, again, that washed out, unsharp textures. Nothing really, you know, color popping, or there's really nothing going on with these Unreal 5 games. They're very bland and boring. Even Konami with Paradox could not sort of save that from being obvious. The fact that everything looks washed out, the colors are bland. You know, that game was great, absolute banger, but it just didn't look good. You know, like the colors didn't, unless you zoomed in and you were really close to something, it gets very washed out in the distance. Okay, can we rotate the camera? We can rotate the camera. My arms are restricted by my t-shirt because they're too big to fit. That's a me issue, not a game issue. Alright, we've got tutorial quest. It says get a pickaxe and get 5 iron ore. Now this is the funnest this game will be because it's teaching us the ropes. Where do we get a pickaxe from? I can't click on it. Doesn't tell me where to get a pickaxe from. It says go to the marked location and open a chest. So where's the marked location? We have a map. No tab, no M. Zoom right out. I'm assuming it's this white dot here. We can spin the camera once we're in zoom mode. Okay, that's not too painful. We take the pickaxe out. Assuming we only need one. And then we're going to go and find some iron. Press X whilst holding left Alt to select the highlighted harvesting resources. Left Alt. Right, these guys are digging up over here, so I'm going to assume this is like what we can do. You can see it here. Mine for ore. Yeah, that's what I've told him to do. Where is he? Come here, boy. Dunstan. Okay, we're going to mine for some ore. It did say press X and left Alt. It sort of does this. An okay system, I suppose. You digging? Yes, Dunstan, get in there. It's a very calm game. It's a very relaxing experience. There's nothing really hype about this one at all. That is a slow burn for some iron. Use the top buttons at the top of the screen to speed up time. Okay. How do you know when you've got 5 iron? Doesn't tell me I've got 5 iron, so this isn't going away. I'm gonna keep going. There's not even a backpack marker, is there? There's this. That's so tiny. Can we make this bigger? There's no user interface options at all, which is a really bad move because these are just too small. I mean, it's got to be the world's boringest crafting game. What's going on? So I've got 10 ore now. Let me stop this. Put it back into normal speed. But I've done this. Why is it not going away? Get a pickaxe, get 5 iron ore. That is iron I'm digging, isn't it? Not being a spaz. What's he doing? Get up off the floor. What's happened now? I've played a lot of these games over my years of doing these reviews, and this is by far the worst handle tutorial you could ever fucking possibly come up with. This is terrible. There's no voice acting. It's boring. There's nothing really going on with the game that's new. It looks like shit. The character creation was a joke, and now you're just freezing stuff up. It paused the game. What is he doing? What are you doing? Why is he in creep mode? What a muppet. Right, so as far as I'm concerned, I've done the tutorial. So if I go into here, I've got iron ore, and I've got a bunch of it. There was no extra part of the tutorial to do. I mean, the tutorial's died on me. It's gone. Like I cleared the box because I thought that would actually activate the finish of the tutorial, but you can see here I've collected what it wanted me to collect. That's it. Is that the tutorial? Just get a pickaxe and dig. So what now? Have we got a build menu somewhere? I'm just working it out by myself, am I? So C apparently crouches and gets up. Okay, we've got an icon over here with this guy. Why wouldn't it say, go speak to so-and-so? So right click on the food item in your inventory, right? Eat. Okay, I ate that. Now we're done. And now we're going to bed. 2 weeks later. If all that man had to do was wake up and dig a bit of iron out and eat bread, I mean, that's pretty good living. Okay. Press C to crouch. Open the locked door. What locked door? Guess we're crouching so we don't wake anyone up. I think that's the idea behind that. And then we're going to go and open this door. Okay, we've achieved that. Bandit camp discovered, okay. Be careful, you're in a restricted zone. Head towards the cave entrance. Unlock the door. This is nothing what I thought this game would have been. It said it was like an action RPG in a sandbox environment. This is not good. And now I failed because I stopped for 2 seconds. I suppose I could have paused it. That's probably on me, but... I've got to see who made this game. This comes across very much like slop. Okay, it's by Lap Games, or Laps Games. They also made Land of the Vikings, and there's a demo available for that. Apparently I own Land of the Vikings, so I don't know whether I purchased that. Could have got sent it, I suppose. And that is a very similar style of game. I'm going to have to play that because that has got very positive reviews, over 2,000 people, and it came out a couple years ago. So it's had some pedigree. It's their first game, and it's a sort of city builder but with Vikings. That's really up my street. I don't know what this is, but I want to play that. That looks like and it's their best game, you know. This one's got mixed reviews, that one's got positive, but that one's by Iceberg Studios, published by. So I reckon they had some funding for that one, but this one maybe they're funding themselves because it just says that they're the publisher and they're the developer. And unfortunately, if this is what you're coming up with, it feels... I was almost going to call it a cash grab. Almost. The tutorial's broken already. I've not had any fun. The game is very dry bread and slow. And that's just being in the game 10 minutes. Like, this is not an enjoyable experience at all. And the look of it really just oozes slop. I hate this look with a passion. When games look like this, I don't even want to play them or buy them or give them any of my time. But because they were good enough to send out the game code, I'm going to check the game out. But on a normal day, if this came up on Steam, just by the looks of it, I wouldn't be interested. And I think that's where these games are not selling and they're having trouble. It's not because gamers don't want to play your games. It's because there's so much on offer that's better than your game. Then you have to bring something special to the table that you're not equipped to do. This is not good programming. This is not good. I mean, to be fair, I will say 32 gig RAM is optimized. It doesn't seem to be struggling. I'm not using DLSS on purpose. So I think it's sort of okay. Oh, I've got to do this again. Oh man, I've got to talk to this man again. But I think on the back end, it's actually okay. It's just the forefront. I mean, look at my character, you know? And when I speak to this guy over here, like, what is that? What is that? I'm not being funny. PSP graphics were better than that. PSP looks better than this on a lot of its games. And PSP was a cut down PS2. You know what I mean? It was not as good as PS2 in its scale or size. The discs were only 1.5, I think. So they didn't hold a lot of data. But visually, some of them games really were astounding with the lighting and effects. Mainly, I mainly use my PSP for RPGs. But compared to something like this, I would take a Disgaea on the PSP over this any day of the week. Any day of the week. Right, Dunstan. Let's go unlock the door for a second time. Is this in early access? I might give them some headroom if it's in early access. It is in early access, but then isn't everything when it releases nowadays? You know what I mean? Something could be said for early access. I'm not sure I would say that, but it could have some allowance for early access. Now I'm going to creep past this guy. Oh, he's going to see us. He's going to see us. Is he? No. We'll go this way. Not much of a creep move, is it? I have no idea where our waypoint is either. Head towards the cave. I'm assuming that's the cave there. Are we going to get around him then? Are we going to oof him? Okay, go for it. You failed. You can't even gank him in the back, Jack. Roger, 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 Roger. Right. I'm going to stop this here. I'm not going to go further into this game based on the fact I am bored as tits right now. I'm going to give you some examples of games that you can get for $22 right now that the Steam page itself is recommending underneath this game. Now, I could be missing out here. You can let me know down in the comments if you want. This game could be the best thing since sliced bread. It's slop. It's awful. It's dry bread. It's boring to look at. It's boring to play. It doesn't make any sense. So instead of this, I could buy Dragon Wilds. I could buy Satisfactory. I could buy Terrier. I could buy that twice. I can buy Mountain Blade 2. I could buy Enshrouded. I can buy Manor Lords, which is very similar to this, but better on every aspect. I can buy Ark Survivor and have like 180 hours of gameplay. I could buy Neverwinds, which is an up-and-coming game. I could buy War Tales, Raft even. Raft has endless possibilities for 16 quid right now. I can buy Grounded for £17. I can buy Rust for £17. I can buy Trial Makers for £4. £4. And then you've got this. You know, yes, they're not in the same category. Yes, they're not in the same league. But I did buy Bellwright at $20 and I had a great time with that, although it looked like shit. It had that same problem that this game has, where everything looks washed out, character creation sucks, and DLSS don't do its job, and it has forced motion blur. I get it. It seems to be a trend. But what the screenshots show you and what you actually get are two separate things. This game, even in the daytime with some cool lighting, might live up to something, but who the fuck wants to see it? I'm at the stage now where this game just does not hold water. There is so many different options and so many better things to go get for your money that I just can't recommend it. And I'm not even going to score it because I haven't seen enough of this game. But what I will say is I don't want to see any more of this game. So I'm going to play their original one in the next couple of weeks and see if that can impress me, because this game, unfortunately, has lost my attention in the first 10 minutes of gameplay, and it failed to hold it for the 30 minutes of this video. So I just want to go on a limb and say the devs have to do better. You have to do better, and that's why you're getting mixed results. And the fact I can't kill that guy in a fucking tutorial, you Desperados, yeah, just go and play Desperados, take time out, get the whole team to go play Desperados for a $5 and see where you're going wrong. Because everything that's fun is in Desperados. And it's the same camera angles, the same visual style, it's an RPG, has really cool character designs. Go play that game. And you, the viewers, go play that game if you haven't. Desperados free, retails at about $5 on a sale. It retails at about $12, not on sale. Go check it out. It's an absolute banger. You'll have way more fun than this. Whether this has got crafting elements, building elements, you know, whatever, it's boring. Nobody wants to do it. Nobody wants to see it. It's not good. It's just not good. And I really gutted because I wanted it to be a game that I like. I like this style of game. This is just not one that I like in that genre. So I'm going to come back and play it, possibly if I enjoy their first title. Their first title is called Land of the Vikings. So I'm going to leave it down to Land of the Vikings to bring it back for these devs. But it was published by another company, so I've got a feeling the fact that that got very positive and this got negative, i.e. mixed to negative, I'm going to say on a limb that they've probably gone out on their own on this one and fucked it up. So I'm going to leave you with those thoughts. Let me know in the comments what you think down below. Was it too harsh, or, you know, should I have sinned more? Did you play the game? Did you refund it? Have you still got it? Are you having a blast? Is it the best thing since sliced bread? Let me know in the comments down below. And thank you for your time. Your time is valuable, and I'm glad, short or sweet, that you spent it with me. Yeah, so look after yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Jeez, that was an atrocious mess of a game. It's so fucking boring. Oh, they didn't even have to sound. The music's dull. Sound effects were just awful. Oh, I've got to shake that one off. That was some cringe. Okay, so what should we do now? Because we've got a lot of room. Chips at sea, that could be a cool one. Oh no, Alaskan gold fever. I did have one. Hang on, let me see what it was. I just got to jump onto Key Mailer and have a look. Right, I did have one I needed to cover. Done. We've got Asker next week, that'd be nice. Weird, because it had like 7 days on it, but I couldn't find it now. Oh, replaced. Oh, you'll like this one. I'll like this one. Let's do this one. Okay, replaced. Have we got it installed? Replaced. Damn it, Jim. It's not installed. I'm going to install it now because it won't mess the stream up. Cool. It's going and it's flying. We'll let that download and then we'll cover that. Yeah, that's flying. So it's already 15% since I started it. So we'll just hang back. I'll have myself a drink and we'll cover that one. So what it is a 2D cyberpunk-esque game. I will go and check it out real quick myself, get a little rundown. It's actually been, I think, critically acclaimed as being good. So it's 1,400 people like it right now. Got the Unreal Engine, but it's that 2D Darwin paradox thing that we just had. That's very similar. There's a demo. Yeah, see, it's just got everything. It ticks all the boxes. Linux compatibility, you know, all that stuff. Yeah, we're really gonna enjoy this one. Just waiting for it to finish. My internet might lag a bit, but it shouldn't do because we've actually got a boost on that lately. Got a free upgrade, I think. We're halfway there. Yeah, I just can't play nonsense anymore. It's like I have no tolerance for devs that just are the most. They must be the most boring people in the world. I don't have tolerance for that. There's a time and a place for a calm game as well. I think a lot of those city builders and stuff, like we've played some real bangers and they were calm and chill. They start you off with a good tutorial. They start you off wanting to care about what you're doing. That game already from the character creation tool started us off where I just hated the sight of it, you know? It just wasn't a good game. Okay, so the download's done. Let me run this. This will be one I'll probably play in my spare time too. Looking good, looking positive. Right, get you a picture. That popped up well quick. That's well optimized. Okay, do that, and that. Nice. Right. Let's make it a beast. Oh, I think I'll go with a controller on this one as it is 2D. Hell yeah. Right, ready to go. Right guys, thank you for joining me today. Today we are doing a thick and fast one. We've just done the triple trouble, and now we're jumping into a very special bonus, which is replaced. Now I've been looking forward to this one since the announcement, but I've been looking forward to it for about a week. They've sent the game code out for us to check out. Let me say that again. So Sad Cat Studios sent the game code out for us to check out. I'm going to be jumping into it today and checking it out. It's got actually positive reviews overall. I think the internet buzz is quite hyped about this one. It's 2D, it's got controller support, it's deck verified, and it seems to run on your mum's potato, but looks great, plays great, and has a lot going for it. So we're going to be jumping into this one today. Check it out with us, hang out with us, check it out with us, and see what you think. There's a demo available now on Steam, and it is available on console, so go check them out if you have those. If you have those options, go check those out. Without further ado, let's jump in. Okay, done. Let's get the options out of the way. The borderless is fine, it's 2D anyway. I do want to limit my frames, but it has VSync, so that does it for me. Audio wise, we turn down the music in case any copyright involved. Not actually that loud, is it? It's quite nice. I think this game's going to be amazing. I've got a feeling. English simplified fonts. Oh, that's better. Yeah, the 2D's nice, but I do like just normal fonts. Okay, cool. And then we've got controller support. Yes. Right. Right, so this one, so follow Reach, an AI trapped in a human body as you expose the sinister secrets of the Phoenix Corp. Set in an alternative 1980s America, experience the cinematic 2.5D adventure, a dark cyberpunk thriller blending atmospheric exploration with immersive high-stakes action. That sounds great. That's a really good write-up there. Gets me hyped. Sad Cat Studios, are they responsible for anything else? But it's their first game, and it's published by Thunderful Publishing, which is a really cool name. I'm not too aware of those at the moment, so I think they're new as well. Single player, Steam achievements, Steam cloud saving, controller support across the board. Like I say, it's verified on the deck and will run on Linux beautifully. So you have plenty of options. Your mum's potato, drag it out of the cupboard, get it fired up and get this game on it. It's 16 gig RAM if you want to max it out, and it has an i5 Pro with an i5 processor and a 1060 or 3060 if you really fancy it. So not really much in the way of graphical stretching here. Like, we're not stretching the graphics here at all. It's actually really easy to run. So let's hit play. Let's go to start game on slot 2, and away we go. It's funny because we did a bonus yesterday and we did our most successful video at the end, and I got a feeling this one's going to be the same too. It's going to be the most successful part, but at the end as a bonus. Okay, I am already in. This is just going to cater to the 40-year-old boomer straight away. Switching to reach from the background. Activating cameras. Owner profile, male, date of birth, 1963. So 80s, you would be like, what, 25 tops? So he's like a vessel, is he? I mean, I don't understand what that means. Not really explaining it very well. Okay, there we go. We're in. Oh, okay, so the movements. Oh, what is that game now? Dark, something dark, is it? I'm never gonna find out what it is. Again, pitch black. No, I'm not gonna think of it. I'm just gonna let that go. I like the fact we've got modern day special effects over old school 2D, and it's not even old school 2D. It's actually modern school 2D, but with an old school look. So we're very weighty, like we've got a heavy jump. Everything feels pretty like realistic and natural. I'm already getting the 80s vibe, but then with the cyberpunk over the top. Yeah, that's fluid. That is a fluid animation right there. We have a sprint. Okay, he wants me to help him. I don't know if we can. Nope. We have a key. I mean, can't seem to interact with him at all. Jeez. Okay, I've got to turn this game up for you guys because the atmosphere is really good. The body is hard to control, Warren. We should proceed carefully. Okay, I've got to change Twitch description for this because I'm going to need help at some point with this one. I can feel it already. So what's this one called? Replaced. Nice. Only got 400 followers though. Not great. Let's refresh that as well. Okay, cool. Use, there we go. The tutorial beginning part is really nice. It just gives you like 2-3 buttons. You're learning as you go, and it's really interesting setting and scene. They haven't really told us too much other than we're an AI in like a dude's body. Let's go. I only watched Johnny Mnemonic the other day, and that was an eye-opener, going back and watching a film from sort of, I don't know, what is that, early 90s or something? Or late 90s? Johnny Mnemonic was a funny one because seeing Keanu Reeves in anything other than John Wick now and The Matrix is just trippy. Like if you watch him as Bill and Ted, or if you watch him in his real old stuff, it just doesn't feel like he's still being Keanu. Like Keanu's Keanu, that's what he does. But like he doesn't feel like the same actor anymore. He's actually evolved to be sort of able to play cool, whereas before he could never play cool. He always looked awkward. He was gangly. He didn't really like ever look at the camera properly. You know, he was always sort of. He reminds me of Snoop when Snoop first became a rapper, and he just wouldn't look at the camera, and he's very awkward and shifty. That's what Keanu's acting style was, and then he did Speed, which of course sort of pushed him forward a bit and made him a bit more confident in his acting style. But this guy sort of is reminding me of like a Johnny Mnemonic type. Okay, we're gonna have to jump from there to there. So B is grab. Think. Okay, we got our first enemy. This is a love letter to 2D. I'm sorry, this is great. Someone has played a lot of 2D games to get this right. I'm just blown away. The visuals are to die for. They're not... The pacing of the game is not doing anything too new. But it's very interesting. I just want to see, you know, what the story's about. And I'm going to definitely play through this. Look at this, blur in the background, then we've got specular highlights, we've got particle effects, change the environment, everything affects everything else. Can I jump across to that? That's a stretch. Whoa, we just turned into Spider-Man. Everything's so well done. Sound design, visuals. The amount of animations that have gone into this guy. Ooh. Blew a wig off. And now we're down. Don't play with them Phoenix dudes. Oh, I'm supposed to do something. I didn't even know. Okay, well he's got a gun, so running for him ain't gonna work. Running away from him isn't gonna work. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. I've got no other buttons. Stand still. I really don't know what I'm supposed to do here. I've only got those buttons. Tutorial on the screen would have been good to tell me, ah, there you go, just run. Run! Get him. Now I'm getting Demolition Man vibes. Up and over. What? Standard protocol says the troopers must help the survivors, not eradicate them. But they're not supposed to do what they did, but they're doing it anyway. Is it because we're AI? Is it because we're mechs? They're not happy? Jeez. Okay, this just reminds me of Back to the Future 3 on the Mega Drive. You could... It was the worst. You had to jump logs on a horse whilst not seeing the parallax scrolling screen in time to do it. Like literally it would just creep up on you, you wouldn't see it coming, and the horse would be taken out. And you had to learn that stage, systematically dying on every obstacle to learn each one as you go. Sometimes you got lucky, but very rarely. This one's fine because it's just jumping over logs, like, and you can see them coming in good time. Kind of. I'm just shit at it. No, don't get me. Quick. Why is this down the floor so long? Oh my days. We got so far. Doesn't start from the beginning, which is fine. The jump radius is quite specific because of his arc and how long it takes for him to jump once you press the button. It's actually quite easy for you to mess up on this. Again, this is one of them games you can't explain, you just have to play it yourself. chance to re-get into the game, bros. Okay, that was an interesting set piece. It was basically boiling down just to running right, but it was okay. Whoa! Didn't even see it barely. The guy just smacked me in the chin. PCPD Trooper. Counter attack. Oh my days, we've got counter attack. What? That is so clever. Everything they're doing is just next level when it comes to 2.5 mixed in with pixel art. I don't think I've ever seen it done this good in my entire life. This is new, and I think we should do more of this. Whatever this company's next plans are, keep it cyberpunk, keep it cool, and just keep doing what you're doing. This is absolutely amazing. Ooh, okay, this is where they chuck everyone that they dispose of, i.e. I think they're simulants. I'm not really sure yet. I mean, I'm only just starting, but it seems like although they're just AI put into bodies, I assume they're old bodies that have been previously extinguished. And that was just the prologue, so I assume that's where the demo finishes, which would be an amazing demo. Like, I'd have to buy this game had I not been luckily sent it. But that makes no difference to my opinion. This game just absolutely is banging right now. You know what it's got? It's got massive atmosphere. Everything that you're seeing and going through, you feel. You know what I mean? And that's really rare for a 2D pixel art to be able to make you feel anything. It's the fact that we've got these really nice textures, these really nice specular highlights and lighting effects. We've got bloom going on. You know, we've got all of these cool effects, like the water right now is rendered in 3D and not 2D. And yet you've got this little guy who's 2D in there with little guy enemies, and it just feels so right. It feels like it fits so well. Why haven't we done this before? Why has this not been done yet? I think the best 2D art, as in the whole thing being 2D, but with a 2.5D spin, is Colonia. Is it Colonna? I'm not sure if I pronounced that right, but it's a little blue, I guess it's like a rabbit thing, and it's set on the PS1, and the original was on the PS1, and they've re-released it on the PS2, and then they did the remasters as well. They are great games. I've got to go back and play them, because seeing this just makes me think that we have lost our way with 3D games. Like Unreal 5, again, I keep putting Unreal 5 to the blame, and it's not just Unreal 5, it's the devs working with it, and it's the fact that everybody only knows so much talent nowadays that it comes across. Like if you're using Unreal 5 and you're using like very basic assets, then you come across as talentless. This is very bad. This is a bad look for your company, and it's a bad look for you. Unreal 5 is designed to help you build, not to do the work for you. And when you get a game that says 32 gig RAM in the comments, in the top tier description, then you know you're in trouble, right? If they're asking 32 gig of RAM, then they haven't optimized that game at all. And 9 times out of 10, I'm right. With this game, you're looking at something that runs on a potato, but plays and sounds and looks better than anything that we've played in the last month. Just because of the time, effort, and love letter that they've done to make sure that they're putting out a good product. They're giving you a good product at a good price. Other companies don't do this. Other companies just make a product, they think it's good, they put it out, and they hope to get a few quid for it. And the difference between a star and a legend is massive. Everybody knows who Michael Jackson is, MJ. Everybody knows who Keanu Reeves is. Everybody knows who Scarlett Johansson is. Everybody knows who. Let me give you a comparison. So a legend would be Elvis. It would be Michael Jackson. It would be. Trying to think of her name now. Marilyn Monroe. And then a star would be Keanu Reeves or Scarlett Johansson or anyone, Brad Pitt. He's a star, but he's not a legend, right? A legend comes from your kids knowing who these people are out the gate because they've seen them, they've heard people talk about them, the name is a buzzword, it's around them all the time. Legends live forever. Stars, they burn out. And I think this game is a legendary status. Whereas other games we've played just today or just next week or last week, or the ones we're going to play next week, will probably just be games, right? But the legendary games, the games that really stick, I think this has already earned it, and I've only played it for about 15 minutes. I know that this game, no matter how short it is going to give me a good start to end story, great visuals, great sound effects. It ticks all the boxes. And it's been made with love. It's been made with the class and skill that it required to be a legend. And I think this is what we're missing in video games, or have been missing in a lot of video game dev companies, is just a passion. They employ too many people. They have too many people, voicing their opinions and putting their 2 pence in. And what you really need is a lot of funding. Yeah, so you need a big bank. You need a group of 5 people who are bad motherfuckers, and then you need a group of like 5 that are social medias, managers, and social. Make sure everyone's all right, fed and watered. You need like 10 people in your team. That's it. And then you sit them 5 people in a room, and you come up with the idea that they all love. If they don't love it, it don't get into the game, right? They don't even get on the board. So when you start designing a game, you need to love that idea. It has to be not, oh, I like that you like it, so I'm going to like it too. You need to all love it. If you don't all love it, they need to speak up and say, I don't love that. That's not good. That's not going to sell. That's got problems. And in that way, you come up with something that a room full of 5 talented people all want to work on for the rest of the next 5 years. Instead of coming up with something that generically is being copied or emulated or trying to get the same success as someone else. That's never going to work for you. We've seen it with the first-person shooters. The first-person shooters that have come and gone over the last, 5 years. We've seen delisted games on Steam. We've seen companies go bust. We've seen Ubisoft, as hard as they're trying to re-release Black Flag 4, which will probably be their biggest selling game, but also their biggest flop. It's going to be one of the least selling games compared to the original and to the original's predecessors, because it just isn't worth the money. It already stinks. If someone asked me what I thought of that before it started, I would say, well, that's a dumb idea and I wouldn't do it. You're remastering something, but you've already got the stench of skins and putting, updates into the game. Like, the game's not broken. There's nothing wrong with Black Flag. You need to leave it alone and just give us a 4K version of skin pack. A skin pack at a tenner would do the job, so that we can reskin our game and make it look really, really high def and decent. But we don't want you to touch it. We don't want you to build anything. We don't want you to make anything. Ubisoft cannot be trusted. And when that comes out, it's going to be only bought by young tweens that haven't played it yet. And I haven't played Black Flag, but I wouldn't buy it. I'm going to go back and play the original that I already own, because I'm sure I'll be blown away by it, and I won't want what they're trying to shovel us. But I digress. This game is amazing. Oh. Now we've got our tool set, so we can heal, we can scan, we can investigate, we have jump, and we have hang and grab. We can pull ourselves up on ledges. We've got... This keeps getting better. We are a sole survivor who's been hunted and assumed dead. So I don't know if that gives us a free pass to, you know, start a new life. Yeah, I knew that was a bad move. I should have scanned, probably. Or maybe not. It's really weird because the game doesn't help you at all on what you're supposed to do next. Like, I'm not going to make that jump. What was this? No, can't interact with that. Can hang. We've definitely got to go up. There's a ladder. What am I missing? There's nothing on the way down. I had to check. But we need some sort of box or something to heighten our... We go up here. No. Not clear what I can and can't interact with. Right, scans, what's this? Huxley Medstem. What the fuck just happened? How was I able to vault up there? Like, my jump is this high, but if I press forward, and all of a sudden he just... Okay, so not even what you think is true in this game. You can vault if you bump into the wall and press jump at the same time. This is cool. This gives me like... called again? Like Left 4 Dead vibes. It gives me End of World vibes. It gives me that sort of Walking Dead. That's what it is. It's giving me Walking Dead vibes, this one. The environment's really nice, and it's sort of gone back into 2D, I think. Got 2.5D, but there's a lot of 2D elements going on here. But not pixel art. That's the difference, right? 2D elements, but not pixel art, which is a great idea. Tricking you all the time, making your brain think that you've sussed it and it's not actually what it looks like. Not all is what it appears to be, young boy. Phoenix City. The music's great. Like, it really is atmospheric. That's by Euros. I don't even know how to pronounce his second name, but that looks Asian. We need to return to the city quickly. What a good way to start a game. So we started off in the heart of the city in like some sort of, I guess it's like a laboratory, right? And we've been kicked out. We've gone through the sewers. Now we're on the outside in the shrubbery and the forestry. And we've got to get back into the city. But like, that's a full U-turn back on yourself. And it just already puts the player and sets the player up for a great experience. You know what you're doing very simply, that you're just trying to get back and figure this out. Why was that, you know, why did that happen? And why was we a part of it? And falling down holes is part of my journey. But what worries me is when you die in this game, so far we've had no repercussions. So dying doesn't seem to affect you, so you just pick yourself up, dust yourself off. Oh, it just keeps you on your toes. Oh, good. Was that supposed to happen? Are we not deaded? Alright, we got ninjas. Who the hell are these dudes? Like Shinobi when he was like made redundant because there's no need for ninjas anymore. I know, that's blasphemy. There's always a need for ninjas. Okay, you want some? A to dodge. But between counter attack and dodge, we should have combat covered. Yes, my man. It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out when you've got 3 or 4 dudes on you. If that's even a thing. I tested that really quick, so when you attack, you can interrupt your own attack with a counter attack. So it goes through and stops your animation, like that. That was really good. That's going to make combat feel great. What a flip move! Oh, makes you feel like a boss. You got the clapping, you got the clapping. You can't interrupt an attack. Oh no, I had the wrong button. That was all me. Okay, bear with. Yeah, there you go. I had the wrong button. I got hit twice because I was pressing B instead of A. A is roll. That was all me. We must have done the whole team, so they weren't even ninjas. They were like wannabe ninjas. Right, we're in. I used your body to kill them, Warren. That was wrong, but I survived. So if Reach is the AI, and AI used his body to kill them ninjas, and I killed those ninjas, does that make me Reach? I think it does. Later, okay. thinking we grab that pole there, maybe. Yeah, there you go. Ooh, okay, that's a bit strange. Maybe we swing the other way. And turn round, really nice. Maybe we swing that way now. I've just got a feeling that's how the devs would have done it. No? Wrong. Yep. Nice. Level of human aggression. That'll be a better way to vault up than that. Thermite Kyle, he's talking to Dale. Facing that shitstorm. Okay, so he's one of the ninjas that we just dispatched. Killed your colleagues. We're just going to openly admit that from the AI there. We killed your colleagues. He's called me a SHIT head, and now he's going to bust me up. Or he's going to try. It's as responsive as Batman, but in just this 2D environment. I feel completely comfortable with the controls. That was with no damage whatsoever there. Very basic, but just works. I like these like calm before the storm moments where it's just very chill, very relaxed. I'm not talking much through this live stream because I actually enjoy the game that much that I just want to play it in silence. This is one that I would play sort of at night in bed. You know, I'm going to kick back, put my big headphones on and get really soaked up into this one. I think he wants me to jump across there. A bit lethal though. Let it go. Yeah, there's something missing. There's a piece of the puzzle we're not seeing. That looks like a platform there actually. Can we jump and grab that? Ooh, okay, yeah, there it is. It's tricky to see these things, you know. The artwork's done where it doesn't really stand out. In some games, you'll find that the loot you can pick up or the items that you can interact with or the doors and poles you can touch, they all have like a shimmer or a glow to them. You can instantly identify that's where I need to go. With this game, everything's just one color palette. No matter where you are, no matter what the color palette, they're going to blend everything. But therefore, you don't really know what you're doing next. So you're constantly trying to figure it out from a real world experience in a virtual world expectation. So finding that pole above, I just thought that was a door frame. You know, I just thought it was a frame of a broken door, and technically it probably was, but it works as a swinging. It works to get our swinging momentum up to get across that puzzle. I liked it. I like the way that the approach is going. I don't mind dying a couple times to figure it out. It's actually quite fun to sort of figure where we need to go next out. Welcome to Phoenix City. There you go, we've returned to Phoenix City. The shitty city in a cyberpunk setting. We're going to hit us with some cool music again. Come on, boys. Okay, North American Trucking Association aside, we're going to roll. I don't know how long you guys want to play this through to, but I think just after 4 we'll probably wrap it up. I don't want to spoil the game for everyone, and I don't want to spoil it for myself. Probably play this tonight. I've got a feeling. I'm going to finish up my work early and I'm going to play this tonight. Early for me is like 1 AM, by the way. That would be early finish. The fact that there's nothing to do in this entire section we've run across is a love letter to the fact that they're not rushing the player. Like, they are taking as much time with you as you are with it to figure it out and to get it worked out. You're getting to take in the nice scenery. You know, they always set a scene before, or set the scene before you go into any sort of combat or any sort of puzzling, which I do appreciate. I'd like to hear more of that cool music. There's very little music in the game. It's more based on the atmosphere. And again, now we've got the rain and weather effects coming in. They are really showing off with this one. I think they're really showing what they can do. Straight into a cutscene. Seamless. From the background to the foreground. Now we've got your classic, I like to refer to Batman in this instance. It's the classic hide from the lights. Obviously Metal Gear Solid was one of the biggest games that utilised that. Feeling they're trying to trick us. It's not your basic back and forth pattern. Ooh, you see it? took piss. Right at the end I had to. I just had to see. They don't fuck about. Patience. Just made that. Wow, what a section. I literally soaked that whole thing up. That was well good. I'm blown away. I just think this game's going to keep getting better and better and better, and I don't want to spoil it for everyone. So I think I'm going to save it here. I guess I could get to the end. I'm going to get to the end of the stage, and then I'm going to save it here because I don't want to spoil it for anyone. And I think that it really everybody should have this in their library. I think if you haven't played it, go check the demo out, see for yourself what you think. But overall, I can recommend it wholeheartedly as a 4.5 out of 5 from me. This game absolutely bangs. It's mental. I love the way he's got like a hammer or whatever the hell it is, and it sort of looks like a gun, feels like a gun. It transmutes down into a small package. He puts it in his inside pocket, but it's not a gun, not yet anyway. Like an extendable baton, but more like a police sort of thing, but it's makeshift. I don't even know what it is. It's just kind of cool. I've got a feeling it's his scanner that has like a retractable handle. Okay, not more of these. We can move the object. Are we allowed to move it when it's on us? It'll be quite tight if we can't. The AI mechs can definitely be outsmarted with the simplest of techniques. Take down the old sharp shooters first. They're just so cool. They only shoot when you're busy. I love the combat. Combat's awesome. And they're very set pieces, so you're not like unexpecting it. You know it's coming, you know to get ready for it. It consists of 3 buttons: counter attack, attack, and dodge. I was pressing counter for many a time now. I think it has to be white when you press it. Quick one hit, not too bad. I've just fell in what they need to do. We mentioned The Walking Dead on the look and feel of it. We need a zombie version of this. Their next game has to be a zombie survival. That would just absolutely bang. I mean, imagine this with zombie survival as opposed to mechs and robots. And I do really love the setting of this game. I'm a big fan of the old 80s and 90s cyberpunk movies. And I've been watching a bunch of space movies lately as well from the 80s and 90s. And I'm just absolutely hooked in like retro movies and retro gaming. Whoa, he's catching right up to us. Come on, boy. Leg it. Okay, we're in. 5 Nights at Freddy's. How was it supposed to happen? Okay. You can move down the stairs. It's more like Resident Evil 2 now. There's so many like layouts and tropes to other things. Everything just triggers in your brain sort of your memories, you know? Your little nostalgia moments. That charged my battery. Okay. We got this. You'd think that was the way out, wouldn't you? As it's the last point of interest. Unless I'm missing something. Oh. I will go back and read all of those notes we've picked up, all of those sort of clues and, you know, what they're called, story plots. I'm going to go back and read all those in my own time tonight because I want to know everything about this world and why this is all going on. I've kind of skimmed across the surface right now to see as much gameplay as possible. It does equate to just bashing X and then just like countering and dodging at the right time, but it's fun. It's very fun. Look at this big one. Ooh, okay. We're going to take a bit of practice. It looks like a 1 and a 2. No, it's a 2 and a 2. There you go, that's how you finish a fight scene. Ooh, we've got a sniper. Right behind the big man. Sorry. What up, Phil? How you doing, baby? Big PB game? I'm trying, man. I'm trying. Game's blowing me away right now. Oh, let me get comfortable. Oh. So small. I am very small on the screen. How are we this morning? How's things? How's your back? Has it got any better? Lots of codeine, I reckon. I'm a bit more of a lover of morphine when it comes to pain pills, because morphine doesn't like block you up and give you stomachache. Codeine, if you have too much of it, it just hurts your belly. So for those coming in late, this is a 2.5D with pixel art, but on 3D rendered, I think it's Unreal 5. I think it's doing all of the lighting and the light rays and specular highlights and all this good stuff, all the rain, all the water. So I think that's what it is. There's nothing on the website or Steam that says exactly what engine they're using. Okay, so we've got two options there. Let's go termite and then go that one. So they dump waste and they don't clean it up, and this guy is like an eco-activist, I think. That's the vibe I'm getting from him. But I never, a Phoenix gun, a disposal can use. So we're not supposed to be able to use them. I guess they're fingerprint guarded or something, but we can use it. This man, Rolf Hurd. You should follow, and the trooper will come looking for him if not. We get to go in that badass car. Come on now. There's like some hillbilly rock music playing in the background as we roll down 66. Pixelated pigeons. I love the fact he's modified. He's a really nice classic V8 or whatever it is sports car into what looks to be a train made up of many stolen parts. I bet he's like 88 miles per hour, bitch. They've got really cool names as well. They're kind of like, not places, but like mythical names from, you know, different sort of cyberpunk time periods. I'm just going to refresh that while it's doing that. And he's off. Don't quite sound as meaty as it once did. We're going ham. We've been ham. We're on the downer now. We're on the down. I've got tomorrow off. I've got to go into my main town, which is about sort of 40 minutes out because I live in the country. So I've got to go in the main town for about 45-minute journey each way as well, to go do some banking, go do some shopping, and then, you know, just get some bits and bobs that I need. And then we're back on Friday with, I think, Naraka. Everyone seems happy with Naraka, so I think I'm going to do a Naraka Friday. You've actually come in on the tail end of it again, Phil. You've got to start getting up earlier, or I've got to start streaming later. I'm not really sure which one. Oh, move down. I missed that. You just run straight into a wall. Look. Headbutt. Yeah, but this game absolutely bangs. I've got to recommend it to you, Phil. Go check it out. It's got demo available. I think it's on console and PC right now, and it just really has everything going for it. I don't have a bad thing to say about it so far. Any times it's got like confusing or slow, it's designed that way, so I've not really been bothered about it. Do you know what I mean? David. Okay, cool. So this one's just giving me Demolition Man vibes, where it's like the sort of peasants, the underground, you know, they don't want to conform to the norm type people. This is where we all chill out, this is where we all hang out. And I say we, because I would probably be in that group. Again, the vibes for a 2D game, or 2.5D, are just off the chain. Everyone wants me to come back later. Ooh, safe zone. I like the sound of that. I like the sound of a safe zone, boys. A little break. Do you remember Mega Drive and SNES? Do you remember like when it took a lot to render this amount of pixel art on the screen? Like now it's just, it looks so effortless. It's running 120 frames, like it's all good. This is what we should be doing. We should be going back to retro and PS1 and remaking them games, but that look like this. Taking out all the guff, all the padding, all of the nonsense where you just died for no reason because the devs wanted you to struggle, you know, like take all that out and make them accessible to everyone, bring them back, recreate them, remaster them. This is what I want to see. This is great. And we did do it with Streets of Rage 4. Streets of Rage 4 pretty much is Streets of Rage 2 but on steroids. Go get that rat burger, that's it. Pretty good rat burger. The matriarch. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Are we throwing some nonsense in? I bet she's black and I bet she's got a weave. She is. Is that her there? The iron wood. That sounds like what I get in the mornings. Okay, Tempest tells me to wipe the gun down. The matriarch does not like Tempest. So he's gone, he's pissed off. Sorry you had to witness that. It wasn't that big a deal. You told him to leave. He left. He's unbelievable. He got there before me. I mean, I can't see her. She's too small on the pixel art and for my screen size. I do see a picture of Madonna behind me up here. That looks like Madonna. In fact, I'm almost 100% sure that is Madonna. We scan Madonna. Ah, there we go. Zoomed in a bit. I can't really see because it's too small, but I think we are right when we guessed that the matriarch would be somebody of, you know, ticking a box. Ticking a box somewhere in some office. Farewell, matriarch. May the weave be with you. What's this guy? He's the bodyguard. Is he ironwood? Don't let his juvenile nature charm you. Oh, apparently he just doesn't like him because he hasn't grown up yet. And then the matriarch has a council of people that she works with in different places. So yeah, it starts getting a bit political there. I'm not really keen on that side of things. Oh, there's a cat. Generic stroke the cat move? No, don't touch the cat. It's ironic that the safe house or safe place or safe space would be, you know, matriarch run with nothing but, you know, her people as staff as well. Which probably would happen. I mean, you know, if you're talking about like social circles, I would imagine that, you know, they would like to run a bar. I mean, in my experience growing up in the UK, it's white people that run bars, and you know, we've owned most of the pubs and stuff. I don't think I've ever walked in a pub and had anybody of colour serve me a drink. You know, barmaids, of course, but not actual owners of the pub. So that's a weird one. Right, now we've gone down into the depths. What's down here? Now we're talking high score arcades. Can we play those machines? This young twinkit is called Reach. Her name's Susan. No, I'm Reach, sorry. I'm named Reach, she's named Susan. This young trinket is called Susan. Farewell, nothing really going on now. I thought you were going to give me some new tech or something. Okay, we're not getting through that door, back the way we come. Unless she's going to open it once I talk to her more. Okay, apparently we need a ticket from a ticket machine. I think I read that right. And ask her about her mum for some reason. Oh, I want to play the arcade machines. We can't get in the door, we can't play the arcade machines, we've got to go back to the start. Definitely slowing the pace down in this section, but that's fine. The combat in this game feel is like Batman, you know, the original Batman games. The Arkham trilogy. It plays very much like the Arkham trilogy. Maybe I was supposed to go this way. I missed something. Biker boys are out. Nope, not there either. I guess we leave then. Oh, what's this one? See, that's to go outside. I reckon we've got to go away, come back with a ticket. That woman's on that guy's back. Why? I'm assuming they're missing legs. Now we're talking. That was a great game. Which one was? Ooh, okay. This is like the militia or the renegades or whatever they want to be called. Oh, he's the doctor. Okay. We can get medded up from here. It's not going to turn into a roguelike. Surely not. Not halfway through the game. Just a massive intro and then it turns into a roguelike. It doesn't actually say that in any of the Steam descriptions, so I would imagine it's not. But I can see this bit, as in the central hub, being somewhere that you come back and revisit, get healed up, play some tickets, earn some prizes, you know, get extra gear, and then go out into the world and investigate again. And I feel like that could be a good game loop anyway. So like maybe this could have a spin-off if that's not the case, because this feels very central to the game now. It's like everything I do from here, I'm going to be coming back to sort of help these people out and do tasks and jobs for people. I feel like that's where they're going with it. It does just say it's a single player story driven game, so probably isn't the case. There's a ticket machine. Going to grab ourselves a ticket. I'm going to go back to the bar. Again, other than meeting the doctor, there wasn't really much point in this happening at all. A little bit of gamepad in here, I feel. But still, not mad because you've got the visuals and you've got the sound effects. You know, the music's to die for. It's got that sort of feels to it. Got feels, bro. Who likes me some feels? Sounds like Sheldon when he's got that thing on Big Bang, you know, where he's making the tune to annoy everyone. Feels, frills. No, feels. Double E-L, not P-H. But yes, I have feels too. Oh, okay, she thought she was taller. She's tiny. She's but 9 years old. What's going on? You took the ticket, put it in a machine. We actually get to play some arcade right now. Susan! Oh, I didn't see her feet dangling there. I thought she was that tall. I'll tell you what, I need glasses. I'm going to have to go optician soon and get glasses. There is something seriously wrong with my bins. Yep. Okay, farewell. Let me play my machine. Why would you put the... Oh, there you go. Game keeps getting better. Just keeps getting better. How to play. Control the Phoenix mobile with the left stick. Take bold donors from the streets. What am I supposed to do? Bust criminals? Fill up the Phoenix meter. Got the blip blobs. Blip blob, blip blob, blip blob. Here we go. Oh, this just reminds me of Ghostbusters. I ain't afraid of no ghosts. It actually plays a lot better than Ghostbusters, to be fair. This is what Ghostbusters should have been. Drive around, collect ghosts, wait for Zool to show up. And Zool never showed up for me. You know, even as a kid, when he did, I could never, or she did, I could never get there. I think the legend of Zool is a man, but the actual movie is a woman. What is this now? Operations. What am I supposed to do with it? Oh. Put it into this one. Ooh, that's freaky. Now I've got to go hunting dudes again. I think it was the angry nerd that said something along the lines of like, it looked like a ghost Hoover. And I seen an episode where he covered it and he like rung the Hoover company and said, I'm trying to get Hoover to catch ghosts. And this was like a prank call that he did. But like, I think it was essentially a proton pack on top of the roof. Okay, we get the little yellow men and then back to the big H. Do some operations. So finicky with the thumbstick, you know, D-pad all day long. Because you can go in a straight line easier. Cheat. Nine seconds. Oh. That's dramatic, and I bet you get less time each time. We're on 12 seconds now, so there's no way we can catch another bunch of dudes. Even got a pause mode in this. I've never seen an arcade mode with a pause mode. Arcade game with a pause mode. Okay, we didn't even rank. We didn't even get on the scoreboard, but that's to be expected for our first game. That's pretty sick. I like the fact that they included that. And I'm going to leave it there because I think it's a great time to actually leave it. I don't want to spoil any more of this game for anyone who's watched up to now. And if you are watching on YouTube, I greatly appreciate viewership. And your time is valuable, and I'm glad you spent it with us. So this has been my first impressions. If you want to see a playthrough of this game, of course I can do one. But I feel like it's really just for you guys to go out there and play this game. The demo's available. It's very easy accessible. It's cheap price, $20. And it's just got overwhelmingly positive buzz over the internet. And it wasn't even like I heard that and came here. I just already know. I've checked the Steam reviews. They're like positive across the board. It works on Linux. It works on a Steam Deck. It works on your mum's potato. It's cross-platform. It's got controller support across the board, and it's single player only, which means no internet connection, no chance of this game going bust and disappearing within 6 months. And it's just doing very well. So I want them to continue what they're doing. They've done a great job, reap the rewards, and then maybe make us a zombie, Walking Dead version of this. I'd love to see this pixel art and this attention to detail and this love letter to the 80s and 90s retro in a zombie survival game. I'd really like to see that. So if they do want to do that, then awesome. I will be there with my money waving at them. Come take my money. I want your game. That being said, I want to thank everybody who's in the live chats right now. Thank you to Phil for coming in just on the brink of it. And thank you for Bump sitting there doing clips for me. And everybody else over on YouTube land and Twitch land, I greatly appreciate your time. We are off tomorrow, but we are back on Fridays. Definitely stick around for that one. We're going to be doing the Raka. We always have fun on the Raka. We're going to have a few drinks with that one. I'm going to break out the drinks on the Raka, and we're going to go ham. I'm a bit rusty. I needed practice. So we're going to go as mad as possible on Friday and really blow off some steam. So be around for that one. And the new PC build, just for an update, is ready to go. Now, I've played 2 games on it fully, as in like proper sets. And I've tried Cyberpunk, and I can get 120 frames on Cyberpunk. No problems whatsoever, but not live streaming. I'll set that to VSync 60 frames. I was actually very impressed with the fact that Linux might not support all games via Steam, but there is something called the Fulgus launcher, and that allows you to put Blizzard, Epic Games, and Rockstar launchers into it. And I actually didn't realize, because they don't explain it, that you can actually add in your own Windows-based games, as in the install file, exe, and just run your game in a safe space. But what I was able to do was to get Star Raft installed and playing, and also Diablo 2, the remake, installed and playing just by clicking a few extra clicks. And I'm very happy with it. So I'm going to be bringing that to us probably not next week, but the week after. So a couple of weeks from now, we'll have the new PC running. We should have hopefully better visuals. The problem I've got is Razer, which is my camera, does not support Linux in any way, shape or form. And there is no software to sort of bridge that gap. So I might have to buy a new camera, which is kind of a shitter. So that's the only problem I'm having so far. Capture card I haven't tried yet, possibly a problem. But everything else will work. The lighting, everything that you're seeing and having now. We're going to buy a soundboard. So that's something new that you'll have with, you know, sound effects and funny little GIFs and stuff I'm going to do. So we're going to improve the stream. We're going to change the look of it as well. And I'll try my best to bring a more interactive live stream for you guys as we go on. New PC, new start, you know, it's the marking era. It's the 10K. We're going for the 10K. So we need to put our game on, you know, 10K strats. So I want to thank everyone for joining me today, and a little update there. And I'm now out. So I'm going to go and have my dinner, or my din-dins. I'm hungry. And I'll see you all Friday. If you want to swing by, you can check Discord, and you keep an eye on notifications if you're already subscribed on YouTube, MMO Shanuz. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. I'm back. I just want to do and finish off my review. I completely forgot. So let's sum it up. What do we think of, what's the name of it again? Replaced. Now, Replaced for me is an eye-opener. It's an eye-opener to what we've been missing out on. It's an eye-opener to what the whole gaming industry is missing right now. We have a company coming in and just absolutely destroying it, obliterating it, having one of the best 2D experiences thus far. And I've only played this far, so I can only comment on this far. But we're gonna review the game as such, and I didn't want to spoil the game for anyone. So we normally rate our games on our 5 major points, which is visuals, sound effects, playability, replayability, and funds. Big funds, and this game is big funds. It's not just funds; it's feels. It has a lot of feels in this game. It puts you in, sets you into the scene, and you really buy into it. With a nice pair of bassy headset on, you're going to really lose yourself in this one for the majority of the gameplay. Visuals, obviously, smashed it. Sound effects, smashed it. Replayability, yes, I'm going to go back and play this over and over again. And overall, the gameplay, no glitches or bugs or problems. It almost is a perfect game. It's a 4.5 out of 5 for me, because no game is perfect unless I really am destroyed, just blown away by it. So for me, I would say it's 4.5 out of 5. Take from that what you will. Demo available now. Go check it out. It should be in everybody's library, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.